David's first wife was Michal. She was the daughter of King Saul. 1 Samuel 18:24. Saul gave her to David after David killed 200 Philistines as the bride prize. She actually loved David. 1 Samuel 18:20. And even though she helped him escape when Saul tried to kill him, their relationship was complicated and it was strained. And it was strained over the time because of the way that her father, treated him and his actions toward him. And it caused her to become bitter toward her husband because of her daddy. What happened when David danced before the Lord in 2 Samuel 6? He brought the Ark of the Covenant into Jerusalem. He was so happy. He danced before the Lord with all his might, wearing a linen ephod. He humbled himself before God in worship, and he celebrated the presence of God. But when she looked at him, she despised him in her heart. She looked out the window and saw David leaping and dancing, and later mocked him, saying, "He made a fool of himself before the people." David replied that he was dancing before the Lord, who had chosen him, and that he would become even more indignated if it meant honoring God. So it's whether you liked it or not, baby, it's all about God. So God did not give her any children till the day of her death. 2 Samuel 6:23. This was a tragic outcome. Her attempt to stop worship from God had caused her to become a barren wife. Whether this barrenness was from God's judgment or simply that David no longer had intimacy with her, the Bible doesn't say directly, but her bitterness in her heart, it took the joy from their marriage. Her story is a warning about despising true worship. While David humbled himself and he rejoiced in God's presence, hallelujah, she cared more about the appearance of her husband, his dignity and pride, and her focus was on outward honor, not the heart of worship. She had the wrong spirit. She was definitely her father's daughter. God deserves worship when it's sincere. It may look indignative to the world because the world don't know God. But for those who are worshipers, it's a beautiful thing that is done before the Lord for his glory. So don't let anyone despise you because of your worship. She had no right to mock him for dancing before God. She had no right to have that attitude against her husband. When we let pride rob us from the joy of worship, then we're not humble before God. We don't want that story. We want a life of devotion and worship before God.